Hey, Blue Table fans! Hey, yeah, this is my messy work table. Today I am creating 3 gnaw holes for Skaven Age of Sigmar. My son wants them. I just got up this morning and was like, you know what, I can just make them. I can just crank these things out. And so here's one that I've done. I've done 2 so far. And I'm just going to do like stones with Skaven runes on them, and you shall see how great they are. So let's get cracking. First off, I just cut these basic shapes out of cardboard and primed them, dried them really good. The underside, which should be black actually, I may change them to black, does have a coat of matte like finish on it so that it won't rub off, you know. So anyway, yeah, there you go. There's one. Here's the other one. I created these sort of like low areas, like steps, where supposedly I guess they get out of this portal. They like crawl out from the underworld or whatever. So I'm going to show you how to do them. I just got a length of this hard styrofoam, extruded styrofoam. What you see here is basically just the pieces. But away we go. So I'm just going to make a tall piece, cut it off flat on the bottom, cut off like a side piece, and then go part way down and split it. In fact, here, let me get the camera just a little bit closer to what I... Oh no, it was already pretty tight. So there you go. Let's just glue that on. Got my hot glue gun here. Put a big old splork of it on there. And I think we're good. I just burned myself. Okay, oh, yep, don't have enough. This is the big piece of hard styro that I'm using, so I'm just going to cut another length off. There you go. So I have a length like this. So this has been in storage, so part of it has sort of gotten soft. Ugh. So I gotta like cut that off. It's like dusty, so I'm just cutting off. So claw your fingers in so you don't cut yourself. Don't cut like with your fingers out like that. That's nonsense. By the way, I have a great video on cutting styrofoam on my channel. If you just look that up. Maybe we'll get the other side. Pull that off. All right, there we go. One more. Well, that didn't go as well as I had hoped. Do that. Okay, here we go. All right, and then I'm gonna make another like large pillar here. And don't worry about if it has like rough edges or whatever. That is going to come off on a subsequent stage. So now, once I put my first thing down, now I'm going to go on the side and then on the bottom. So it sticks to the side of the one piece and, of course, on the bottom as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a series of like stones around the edge here. And, of course, you have to cut them and fit them a little bit, you know. They won't all work exactly right. There we go. I was watching, before I started making this video, I was watching a Hot Tub Time Machine. That shows, oh my gosh, it's messed up. That is a lot. That show is not for everybody. Here we go. So yeah, we'll stick that on. I've got a little extra glue on the side, so I'm just going to pull that away with a piece of styrofoam. And you get like these little spider webs of hot glue. You just have to be constantly sort of like pulling those out of the way so they don't interfere with what you're doing. And so not only do you need to create the ring on the outside, but you'll create these tiny little stones on the inside, and you just put pieces on like this, and that way it'll look a little more natural. Like, let's just get one more here. And I did set a goal to paint these in a pretty short period of time because I'm kind of slacking on some practical things I have to do around the studio today. But actually making videos is one of the things that I do to sort of keep everything rolling here. Okay, there you go. And I'm going to split this, like tear it in half, and let there be like a little bit of a gap. Okay, I'm out of hot glue. Let's get a hot glue stick in there. There we go. There's one. So I'm just letting them hang off the edge just a little bit. There you go. So it looks like a stone has been like cracked with time here, and it's a really cool effect. Very easy to get. So I'm just going around the edge, filling in the gaps here. And all of these open spaces, those are going to have Skaven runes on them. And you're going to find out how to make those as well. Let's see, do I have any? Nope, I'm going to have to cut a new piece for a larger, sort of like a little pillar. I had a definite vision of how I wanted these to look, and I think it's happening. Again, those little spider webs of hot glue get everywhere. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, that works. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the fan off. You'll probably hear the fan in the background. A good drying fan is a must for any hobbyist. And I've had mine probably running near continuously for 4 years, and that thing is, he's getting old, getting on in years. In fan years, he's 80. It's 20 fan years to a regular year. Uh-oh, better do something quick here. All right, and then I'm going to do one last flat piece. Maybe slightly thicker than the other ones I've done. Yep, there you go. So sometimes it's better to stick it on first, and then basically pull the other pieces away, you know, after you stick it on there. Be careful with this knife. It is pretty easy to cut yourself. I've actually cut myself quite a bit with these razors. Even had to go to the emergency room once. I stabbed myself to about an inch deep, and guys, it was not a pretty sight. It was not great. All right, we're just going to put a few miscellaneous rocks in the middle here. There we go. I'll have to do it with this one. I put no interior rocks on this one. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. You can certainly see kind of the general idea. Yeah, just trying to make it look like a natural formation. Of course, it's not really. In the game world, this is very much not a natural formation. All right. Okay, so there you go. There's my three things. I'm going to take my hot glue gun. I'm going to unplug that because we are done. We are done. Okay, that is in there. Let's put the knife down. There we go. All right, get rid of that. Put this to the side. Put that to the side. Now, you can't prime this hard styrofoam. The priming accelerant, like one of the chemicals that's in it, will actually start to dissolve the styrofoam. And in go the random pieces into the trash. And there you go. Here's my gnaw holes. All right, so now I'm going to take a pencil. See, this is high tech, and I'm going to start depressing in my Skaven runes into I actually, into the styrofoam. See, finish your sentences, Sean. Oh, wait. This is not what's next. I have to cure the hard styro with a heat gun. And here we go. Start from far away and move in. Actually, I think, yeah, I better do the runes second. You definitely want good ventilation when you're doing this. So this gives those rocks a very natural feel, and it also hardens the styrofoam. Again, and I can't stress this enough, have good ventilation when you're doing this. Like, don't just, don't do it in an enclosed space. So go around the outside. Also, you can burn your fingers, so be careful with that. And there you go. So now they are all cured with the heat gun. They get sort of this hard crust on them. And now I'm going to put on my runes. And yeah, that actually works way better. Yep, so I'm just going to put runes on them. I actually found a bunch of Skaven runes online. And, it only takes maybe 3 minutes per thing to put the shapes on. And when you're doing it, don't go 90 degrees and try and drag the pencil there. Go like at an angle, very smoothly. Yeah, and by the way, you're going to see these finished. They're going to look really good, and I think they're going to be fun. All right, well, I'm going to leave off for now, and I'll just edit the video to show you the finished product and some of the different stages in it. I'm back, baby. All right, so I'm doing the unexciting process of blackening the pieces. The other two are already done. I am just finishing up this last one. So when you're blackening terrain like this, you got to kind of just mop it around. And by the way, I just splorked some paint in the middle here, and I'm just sort of drawing from the center, wetting my brush a little bit to get the right consistency. And by the way, if it seems like I'm doing this fast, it's because I am. I'm really good at blackening terrain now. I've done it like a bazillion times. And the trick is, don't paint it. Don't try and like take strokes like one, oh, let's be gentle now. No, just mop it on. Mop that black paint on there. And definitely triple check for areas that you may have missed, because it's easy to like not get the black paint into the cracks very well. And you got to have a brush that you don't care about, I mean, 1 or 2 uses, and this thing is garbage. So just going to draw from the middle, and there you go. Almost done. Yeah, I'm going to let those dry, and then I'm going to start actually painting them with paint. I'm going to put like a little green swirly pool in the middle, and I'm going to make the stone. I'm not going to make the stones gray. That's like the typical thing. Oh, so now I'm going to take the pencil and just hold the piece with the pencil and get those last pieces where I was, because I had to hold on somewhere. So I'm just going to turn it around, look for little spots that I missed, and use the pressure of the brush and the pencil to kind of pinch it into place. And I'm just looking for areas that I missed. There you go. And we are done. Guys, that's looking really good. Make sure I get around the edges. Now, by the way, it would have been way better to make this on MDF board and actually cut it out with a saber saw and bevel it using a belt sander. But, I just kind of wanted to rip these out so that my son could stop using, proxies for it, you know, like like soda cans or whatever, you know. This will be good. And then of course we'll actually buy the proper models at some point in time. And there we go. Just gonna grab that and get it under the fan. You know I'm a dreamer. Na, 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 na. Alright guys, here's the finished product. Ironically, I don't have any Skaven to put next to it to show to scale because my son took his models with him. So here's 3 quickly put together gnaw holes that I made for my wonderful son. Here's a couple models to scale. These guys are probably 4 to 6 inches across, depending on how you measure them. And what I did is I base coated them black, then I gave them a mid-tone of a dark brickish red color, and then a higher tone of gray. And then I started putting the colors on. I did a pretty heavy layer of charcoal, and then I introduced hull red, which is a very dark brickish red, and khaki here and there. And I think the trick to a very convincing stone color is to not just use gray. Although I did give them a little bit of a gray highlight, and then in the middle I did an edging of black, regular mid-tone deep green by Vallejo, and then some yellow sort of watercolored onto there. And again, I painted these as fast as I possibly could. I was going to show you me painting them, but I ended up just doing it. I just sat down and I painted them straight through. And then I gave the Skaven runes a little bit of a highlight. And again, these they look pretty good at a distance, but they are nothing to write home about. They're just cardboard and some scrap extruded styrofoam and hot glue, basically. And I just got heat gunned them. Well, you saw the process. And there you go. All right, so that's quick and dirty Skaven Gnaw Holes.